I get asked on a really frequent basis, which white label provider should I go with for whatever service it is? People come to me and they ask me, hey, what about this provider, that provider, that provider? Because if you look online, if you really look and you try to find a white label product or service to sell, there's tons and tons and tons of things out there that you can sell. Now, of course, I work for Rocket Driver. We have our own white label services and we do a really good job. We've been in this business for a long, long time, so we know it inside and out. Now, having said that, we don't sell everything. You know, there are things that we don't sell. We don't sell physical white label objects or items or products, right? We don't sell white label services that are geared towards security or geared towards, certain other things. There's stuff that, we just don't touch upon. And so people ask me, hey, do you know a good provider for, whatever it is? Do you know a good white label kiosk provider or just whatever? And people come to me and they ask, and so I have to give them an answer. My answer to them is this. First of all, understand that not all white label providers are created equally. Okay, just because somebody has a good website and a good story does not mean that they're going to do a good job for your clients. Understand the gravity of picking a bad service provider. Really understand this, because if you understand that, then you understand how important it is to vet the product you're going to be selling or the service you're going to be selling, because what can happen, many times it happens, particularly with web development, but with anything, with programming, with all kinds of stuff. You'll go ahead and you'll sell a product to somebody, you'll sell a service, you'll sell whatever, and you'll come to find out that things are not as they seem. The support is garbage, the product has bugs, the company walks off with your money, just all kinds of bad stuff happen. And then you try to take legal recourse of some kind to force the hand. Maybe you try to get your money back, maybe you try whatever you try, and you find that it's really difficult. It's not as simple as it seems, because the company's based, 10,000 miles away, 1,000 miles away, some foreign country in a different jurisdiction. And, you've got all kinds of problems with getting your money back. Usually that's not such a problem, because you can file a chargeback, but you wind up in a situation where, you might have taken $5,000 from a client and you paid $1,000 and you spent some of the money, or, you don't have the money to give back to the client, or maybe you do, but you end up being out the $1,000 yourself. The point is you can put yourself into a position that is really, really, really dangerous. So how should you protect yourself? What should you do? Well, first thing, there's a few simple rules. First of all, you're going to pick a service provider. Make sure that you look at exactly what it is that they provide. You vet them. You look at reviews of them. You look at what the service is, how the service works, who the service is for, what the service does for that client. You go through it categorically, A to Z, in detail, and you make sure this is something you want to sell. And you make sure that it's something that you're confident in selling. Make sure that the company itself has good communications. Big, big, big red flag if you have bad communications with this business. If you can't get a quick response to an email, get somebody on the telephone during business hours, get somebody on chat. You cannot get communications with this business that you're going to be buying products from to resell or services to resell. Don't do business with them. And last but not least, ask about their policies and procedures. Go ahead and read the contract. Look through. If they don't have a contract, that's a red flag. If they're a company that's like, we don't operate with contracts, we don't believe in the law, just give us some money and we'll do a service for you and everything will be fine. Kind of just work itself out. No, that's not how it works. You need terms of service. You need a end user license agreement. You need all that stuff, okay? You need all the legalese to line up and add up and make logical sense. And if it does, and if everything there, makes sense, then give that company a shot. Also, make sure to do a comparison. If you're going with one company, check 3 or 4 companies out at the same time. Don't just go and buy the story from one business. Look at their competitors. Oftentimes, you'll notice between competitors, there's a clear winner and a clear loser amongst that group. Anyhow, that's going to conclude this video on choosing a white label service provider. If you liked it, go ahead and click that like button, give us a thumbs up, and sub to the channel to get more vids like it. I'll see you in the next one.